Ever wonder what happens when a child welfare worker closes their notebook and the cameras are off? Today, we're talking about the gaps that nobody wants to discuss.
I've seen families completely in the dark because meetings weren't recorded, courts skipped transcripts, and even police didn't have their body cams on. I'm Jaemi from Jaemi Nonprofit, and this is Personal.
I'm a state child welfare attorney, and together, we're diving deep into the reality of missing records in Virginia's child welfare system.
We'll break down what happens when transparency is just a buzzword, not a policy. Let's get real about accountability, the impact on families, and what it feels like to fight for answers.
Stick with us. We'll share jaw-dropping stories, explore why these record gaps exist, and give you practical steps to demand better transparency. Let's start with Child Protective Services. Why do you think so many workers refuse to record their meetings with families?
It's almost like an unwritten rule. If it's not on the record, it didn't happen. Families tell me they leave meetings confused, and later, there's no proof about what was actually said.
I've had cases where the official record is just a few bullet points, missing the emotion and details that really matter. That lack of transparency can devastate families.
Exactly, and it gives CPS too much unchecked power. When nobody's checking their notes, families lose trust in the entire system. It starts a spiral of fear and frustration.
That brings us to the courts. I can't count the times I've seen judges decide not to transcribe crucial hearings. What's your experience?
It's infuriating. I've supported relatives who tried to appeal, but couldn't because there was no transcript, no way to prove what happened.
It's a basic accountability issue. When there's no official record, you can't challenge mistakes or unfair treatment. The whole idea of justice gets shaky.
That's why families feel powerless. Even when they try to do everything right, the system seems set up to keep them out.
Let's talk about law enforcement. How often do you hear about police showing up without body cameras or turning them off?
Way too often. Last month, a mother called us claiming police entered her home for a welfare check, but without any video, it was her word against theirs.
And that's a huge trust issue. We push for body cams because they protect both families and officers. But when they aren't used, everyone is left guessing.
Exactly, and it makes families wonder what's being hidden. Real accountability means we all see the same version of events.
I want to dig into why these gaps in transparency are so damaging. What do you see as the real-world impact?
For families, it's more than paperwork. It's about hope. When they know there's a record, they feel safer speaking up and defending themselves.
And for the system, real accountability forces everyone to do their best work. It's a safeguard against bias, errors, and even abuse of power.
That's the heart of it. If we really want to protect kids and families, we can't settle for shadows and silence. We need true transparency at every step.
So for listeners who are fired up right now, what are 3 big takeaways from everything we've talked about?
First, if there's no record, families are at risk. Second, transparency is a right, not a privilege. And third, demanding accountability isn't just for lawyers, it's everyone's job.
If you take one action, ask for everything in writing, and push for meetings to be recorded. Don't let important moments slip into the void.
Thank you for joining us. Stay bold, stay curious, and keep demanding the accountability that every family deserves.